Hi everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Hellpoint. In the last episode, we began exploring the Alma Mater atrium. We've encountered some new enemies here, and quite a few old enemies that were rather difficult for us originally, in the form of displacer beasts. We've seen, I don't know what they would be called, so hunters is what I'll call them, who are effectively like us, wearing armor similar to us, but it's all black, using railguns and some sort of melee weapon, like a sickle or something of the sort, or short sword, and artillery out there as well that we've defeated. We defeated 2 bosses last episode also. Holy crap, we got a lot done. We had to pass through artillery fire and other hostiles to make it here to the Anthenium? Is that how you pronounce this? Anthenium? You should tell us when we walk out here. Anthenium, or something like that. We also leveled up our column by continuing to wield it, and it gained something called Column Mastery, which has greatly increased the damage. We were inflicting like 54 damage or so with physical, and it jumped it up to 72. Holy crap. We now stagger strong enemies with this. Even the boss, we were able to just floor her when we used our strength conductor, well, during the battle. That was amazing. Holy crap. Feels pretty good. We swapped out some of our armor, so we're looking like a holy warrior of some sort, although we are using a demon cannon at the moment. And otherwise, things are going pretty well. Off screen, you should note that I did go out there and kill all the creatures once. I was kind of bored last night and just wanted to do some farming for another level, and I leveled our load once. Speaking of our load, here's our current statistics. You guys can see what we have so far. I would like to get our load down to like 50% or so that we can roll nimbly if we can manage it. So we're going to be, I think, at least every other level is going into load. Probably like 2 levels load, one level something else for the foreseeable future. That other thing will probably be foresight in preparation to using the Nil Profit Hand, which is I think this is a catalyst. It uses entropic powers, so cold-based powers. Not so useful against some of the things we're fighting out here, but useful against, like, the Arisen, I think. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started by exploring this place. A lot of today is just going to be walking around and looking for things, so don't expect too much combat here. There's a bunch of lore to discover inside this place. And to find it, we need to look for what... It'll resemble like a book that's slightly out of one of these shelves. Of course, these aren't really shelves and they're not really books, but you'll see when we actually manage to find one of them. Oh, we also found a American Indian, or Native American. I prefer American Indian. I just like the sound of it. Who is part of a quest line of some sort. He had a bonfire and then we walked up to it and saw him and talked with him for a bit. He seems rather optimistic, or at least inspired us to have some hope about what's going on here. The quest that involves him will require us to find him out in the world. And after we find him so many times, I believe the quest wraps up with him giving us a gift. We need to keep an eye open for where there's other bonfires, as there's locations he will show up in. We are aware of where one of these are, in the observatory, so the next time we are in that area, we should stop by and see if he's sitting there. Nothing down here. I like the music for this area. What's the word or the phrase I'm looking for here? It's like there's an expectation of some greater thing that we're going to discover or encounter here. It sounds a bit like we're underwater at the moment with the ambiance as well. All right, well, let's explore the second floor for a bit. Oh, we saw what I believe is called a nil portal outside yesterday too. I was unaware there was one even here. We'll interact with that today, so you'll see what will transpire when we do so. We had seen a glowing purple symbol as well. We're going to want to interact with that for reasons I cannot remember, but you can only interact with it when you're inside the portal world, I think. Oh, a module. Light melee conductor. I think it's light damage, not light as in weight. Let's look at that really quick. Oh, or am I wrong? Oh, or was it a schematic for one? It must have been a schematic for one because I don't see it. Okay, yeah. Well, we can give it we can probably craft it. We have plenty of supplies. Again, you get multiple conductors, mostly because maybe you want another type of weapon set. We could actually have the Demon Scythe as a secondary set, for example. But we wouldn't want to lose the damage that our current conductor is granting us. So having another one and leveling it up is a way to not lose as much power. And also not require you going constantly back to the observatory. Though I doubt many people are probably using conductors that way. We should probably be level. Well, we should level the Foresight conductor or Catalyst conductor you have next. Looks like the main part of the university is here. I'm surprised there isn't more up here, like reams and reams of books, hundreds of shelves. No. Or perhaps there were here, but they were moved out. Or just, well, it doesn't look like the place came under a heavy attack, so probably not destroyed. A warning. That one of those, that one, I can see it moving slightly, is not a sigil. The hand right next to it's probably trying to warn you about that. I'll always upvote useful sigils. A coin! Thank you for pointing that out to me. There's some notes there. We were lucky to be disturbed if we try to read them. I feel so invincible with this weapon. These results show an unbelievable spike in reported cases of depression and mental disorders in the past 10 years. This is not good. Might explain the multiple outbursts of violence witnessed on Irid Novo. Well, I mean, you're killing people. Well, I think. in rituals for science or something for the project here. So of course people are going to be upset. Quantum light. Oh, this is where we get it from. Quantum light is the UV light. Can we read about it? We can. An unusual program that shines a specific wavelength of anti-photon to force unfazed matter to become visible to the naked eye. It became indispensable for interstellar travel once it was discovered that the universe is cluttered with unfazed matter, previously known as dark matter. If there are invisible or anything, this will reveal it. I don't believe there is anything invisible actually here in the antonym. Oh, that's where we came from. Alright, let's search the library proper. Thank you, Grom. Entropic melee conductor. Entropic. So, when it comes to entropic induction damage or the like, we won't be using it, or I don't intend to be using it, at least not with our column. Like bleed effects or poison from, say, the Dark Souls game. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Oh, it's not a book. Okay, it's a segment of this that's been pulled out, apparently. Anyway, like those effects in Dark Souls, you want to stack it quickly on your enemy. So the column is too slow of a weapon to really benefit from that sort of thing. 2061, the first exile. Dozens of colonies leave Earth permanently, giving birth to who would become the mystical people of the stars. The people of this young species are distinguished by their pale skin tone, tall structure, wider pupils, and complete lack of body hair. Alright, so humans left Earth, and when they formed a civilization out here, they effectively were a little different with their physical attributes. 2049. Earth's population begins to recover following the massacres of the globalist regime. Estimate, 776 million people. Wow. Oof. Wonder what killed us all. So there was a massive wave of death on Earth. People exiled themselves or were exiled several years later. Check all of these, viewer. You know, it didn't mention whether or not the globalists won or not. Or maybe it did, and I've already forgotten. I didn't get the impression that it did, that it told us. I'm going to assume people banded together to stop such. About to pass that one. 2552. Launch of the Irid Novo project. A great collaboration between Arisen and humans. Entering operation in 2560, Irid Novo internally orbits the black hole Sagittarius A, harvesting energy and making new natural discoveries such as the exploitation of axion particles. So, okay, so it wasn't designed as some sort of horrific occult city, unless that was required for the research and or harvesting of the axions. 2475. The first successful space tearing operation, following shortly by contact with a race known as the Arisen. After initial shock and a few localized conflicts, relations between humans and Arisen became quite fruitful. Oh, I thought the Arisen were AI. Space tearing operation. I'm guessing maybe we'll find out more about that, but my thoughts are that we opened a gate to some other dimension or a parallel universe where they existed. This is the one we started with, I think. Yes, okay. So that occurred 400 years after the first exile. Need to read all of them, viewer. I think there's one more. Hello, secret item? Induction melee conductor. Whole lot of different... I want to call it status effects, but that's not true. Elemental damage type conductors around here, apparently. We want to go that way, but let's search the rest of this first. One more. 2027. Powerful transhumanist cults force populations to increase bandwidth with AI, lest they become part of an obsolete class. The beginning of the Great Human Purge. Population 8.014 billion. I'm assuming that they died. So, what does this mean? People were transferring themselves to becoming AI? Kind of like, we just played through Soma, so making themselves effectively what Catherine and Simon were. So what, so they could live forever, perhaps? It's a bit vague, I feel, most of what we're learning here. And probably up to you to decipher a good amount of it. Or rather, by decipher, I mean, leave it open-ended so you can use your own interpretation. But that's not going to be very helpful for the author. We come back and we say, look, here's what we think has been going on here. Oh, okay, there's a printer here. Oh, and the healing and a heal efficiency upgrade. Well, viewer, I mentioned that I wanted to use the anti-rat injection, so let's swap over to it. When you oh, okay, and we got to keep our +2 there. Okay, so let's go ahead now and upgrade it as well. Okay. Here's more of us. More spawns. We have a normal printer here. I guess while we're here, let's go ahead and dismantle a bunch of stuff. So... we don't need any of the tool victim stuff anymore. So, I myself do not like the look of the Sentinel crown. It makes her head look a little too narrow for me. But we will still keep it at this... we do have Sentinel armor. Why can't I seem to find it in my inventory? We're not going to ever wear the Predator human head equipment, so we're just going to scrap it. We won't use the spear either. As sad as it is, I don't intend on using the artillery. So this rare drop can just be scrapped. Or maybe we'll hold on to it if we ever... No, I'll never use it. I'd rather have the particles. How many officer glaives do we have? Just one? We have two. We have two. You know what? I'm also... Well, no, we should hold on to the rest of this stuff in case it can be upgraded. We'll go ahead and confirm this. Can we make anything here? That I would use. Let's see. So we have the Resolute armor set. It requires strength and reflex. We have enough to actually equip it. We'll make it. So we lost our current helmet. Let's go ahead and put in the new one. Yeah, I like it. Here's what this head looks like, the Sentinel Crown. I don't like the forward head we gain when we wear it. But it does look like a bit like an Executioner's helmet to me. Yeah, I prefer this one. What else can we make? Nothing else there I'm interested in. How about the occult printer? I didn't realize I had everything right in here. This is a decent place then to synchronize. Oh, we apparently picked up a full set of the Predator Human again. What? I just scrapped this stuff. Fine, we'll hold on to this suit, I suppose. All right. So what do we have here to print? Damon Cannon. If you first Fool's Head. This is going to be a very fleshy-looking helmet, similar to the creature we have been killing earlier. So I don't necessarily like the look of it. Oh, it also requires cognition, 3 cognition. We're not going to ever have that, so no, I don't care. Light melee conductor. We need 50 more carbon particles, so I guess we will go ahead and break down the Praetor stuff after all. So let's see. So let's get rid of... Oh, I have all these resources I completely forgot that we can also break down. There's no... They do nothing for you holding on to them. There we go. That should give us enough. Well, let's first look at other things we might want. So, oh, we don't really have a whole lot of anything else. Induction, entropic melee conductors. We already have we have induction already, right? We do. We have 2 of them already. So we do not need another. But we don't have any entropic. Or light. What does this take to make? Let's do it. Do we make the entropic one too? There is one of... I know we can find at least an entropic one out in the world somewhere. But it might be useful to have one now. No. No, I won't. I don't think I'll use it. Oh, there's more notes here. The truth is that the Arisen have succeeded where we have failed. A perfect transposition of consciousness, memory, and personality into an immortal synthetic form. Strangely, they don't embrace eternal existence, but choose to end their lives at the age of 152 Earth years. Oh, okay. So it may be a parallel dimension or a variance of our world where they are AI. So okay, so sure, so they're AI, but they don't want to live forever. They kill themselves after that long has passed. I myself would not want to live forever. No way. Despite all the new video games that would come out. Oh, oh no, okay, so that was everything up there. anything else in this section. It looks like someone's putting out the book right there. For decades, we've possessed the technology to synchronize quantum vibrations within a small, concentrated space, authoring the signature of another reality, and yet we've always resisted against using it. Okay, so that's what they did. Organic matter cannot remain intact when passing through dimensional breaches. A synthetic being in stasis may be able to survive the transition. You've gained knowledge about the piercing of dimensions. Okay, so this normal people can't do it. Which is probably why we look like the way we are then. We are actually some sort of... or a combination of synthetic and carbon? And thus we can synchronize breaches and transport ourselves to other places. Although, well, other places being places we've already synchronized. But it sounds like there's other worlds altogether that you can get to. And that was what the space tearing event, I suppose, was. Now that information, I think, can be brought to the architect, or the engineer that we had seen earlier. Okay, so let's go ahead and synchronize this breach. And I think there is more to see here. Let's look around a little more. I remember there being a staircase that overlooks, like, the void, and I'd like to find that. So it wasn't there. And this is where we just were. Did we miss a door on this side? Not that I see. What if we change to this light? Nothing. Oh, this is it right here. Note this in particular, viewer. There's another bonfire here. But the American Indian is not located here. It does mean that we'll probably want to come back here. Assuming we want to complete his quest. And there's no reason not to. Speaking of quests, I just recalled something about... Well, no. We'll talk about it. We'll try... I'm being a bit vague because I want to show you rather than tell you something else that involves the nil portals. I see no books on that side. And we will die falling down there. Oh, but there might be a coin somewhere on this side. Let's see. Can we make it over there? That's too far to jump. We're not making that. I like to think we would see a player's hand showing us that there's something important over there. I see nothing. We can't make that fall either. We will just die. So let's go ahead and now head back. Actually, we can do this, Tim. Okay, so where to now? We have several options are available to us, right? We have the underside of archaeology that we discovered yesterday. The elevator looks like we need to be access the elevator. We need to be able to get down there. We can go back to the archaeology main hub, not the observatory, the archaeology, and take the Akari Walkways exit since we found another passport. We can go back and talk with the architect. We have the Arisen Dominion we can probably survive now that we have this amazing weapon. Let's go to the Akari Walkways. Oh, we also have the mind vessels, so we can actually interact with those here too. Or use them here to get a little more lore, so we'll do that. Alright, let's plug these in. We'll start with the unknown one that we found in the observatory some time ago. Accessing mind vessel. Content: Renegade body envelope not found. Interface with Renegade. Yes, of course. Waking up Renegade. Subject stress critical. Administering sedatives. Well, I mean, it's not physically here, so it's doing something to the data inside this device. You are now speaking to Renegade. No, don't do this, no! Oh. Oh my. Is it already too late? Who are you? The author claims to have created me. The author, you say? So it is true. The project is much more advanced than I would have thought, ever have thought. So I suppose he gave you a purpose. Or did he leave it for you to decide? Whatever you do, choose wisely. I know everything feels meaningless in a sea of infinite universes, but your choices will matter. For all of us. All of us who are still alive, anyway. They were summoning beings. Cosmic gods, they called them. They needed a gate, so they authorized the project as a 20-year plan. They performed thousands of ceremonies and sacrifices in plain sight in order to gain everyone's consent. Alright, so it was indeed that. So maybe originally this place existed for studying axions and different types of technology out here around the black hole they'd use for power. And then eventually they're like, hey, why don't we summon some gods and see what type of trouble we can get into. And assuming this guy can be believed. We were all part of it. We were such fools. Maybe that's what one of those, soul dinners was? Now they're here, and we're their victims, their slaves, their toys. We will see these gods and have to kill them. There's 3 of them on Irid Novo. You must kill, I think, at least 2, to gain enough research for you to be able to beat the game. Alright. Oh Lord, I tried. Here's a bit of advice for you. They must be using the cover of the accretion storms to leave the gates open. The storms occur twice a day, at the western and eastern apexes of the station's orbit. I could never determine exactly what these gates do, but it definitely involves using the puncturer to bring evil entities into this reality. Oh, so they are also evil as well. Alright then. Or at least he's calling them that. So, take refuge during the storms. No, we hunt them out for special items. Do you understand? Daemons walk the streets during the accretion storms. I'm so tired. My thoughts are in complete disarray. Please leave me be. And be careful. Alright, let's talk with Mind Vessel AS. Accessing Mind Vessel. Contact Alec Sata. Body envelope unavailable. So we can't have him physically here, but that's fine. Interface with him? Yes. Waking up Alec Sata. You are now speaking to Alec Sata. Hello? Who is this? Why am I still stuck in this cube? Tell me what's going on. I found you on the floor. What do you mean, on the floor? This is preposterous. How can I ever reconnect with my body? Well, at least you're here right now. Listen to me very carefully. You have got to do everything the author tells you. You will follow his order as if they were given to you by God himself. Do you understand me? What did the author tell you? That I was here to find the truth. Well, isn't this getting philosophical? The truth for you remains in the high ateliers. Is the only answer. I'm going to give you some information that can help you. Whenever the black hole shines, secret ceremony chambers can be accessed throughout Irid Novo. Look for columns of concentric rings. They must be aligned, or the concentration won't work. You have to be there just at the right time. Timing is very important in these kinds of things. I can't believe I'm telling you this. I guess we all have to share a little bit of our power if we want to see another day. You have your orders. Be on your way. And leave this machine on. End of communication. Alright, that's the hint of that. You need to align the eyes and then be at one of those gates we had seen in order to access the things that are beyond it. Okay, well, I said the Akari walkways, so let's go ahead and go there next. Passport scanned. Welcome to the archaeology. Would you like to use your passport? Yes. What's the current place of residence? The Akari walkways. Granting access to Akari walkways. Have a nice day. A shame we don't have another breach synchronization. But maybe we'll find one in here. I don't really remember what is actually here, item-wise. This will feel like a series of large skyscrapers while we're here. Alright. Breach synchronized. Or rather, breach activated. Opened. Torn. Punctured. There we go. We could increase the difficulty of this zone, by the way. We've killed all of these things before in the San district. No, we'll play the game just on normal mode. It's going to take a while to get any levels at this rate. We are also near an accretion storm. How about this, viewer? We will make it more difficult while we're here. If we die a few times, we can always reset it back again. Assuming I have enough terrified effigies. How many of them do I have? If I have 2, we'll do it. We have 1 fearful effigy. No. If we had a second, I would absolutely do it, but not with just 1. So I am guessing these corpses were then sacrifices. So the San district must have been where they dropped off all the sacrificial victims and or volunteers. Through suffering we exist. Welcome it. Transcend it. We will make you stronger. Some carbon scraps. Another daring effigy. Alright, you know what? The game's telling me, Tim, do it. Alright, fine, game. I'll do it. We will get quite a bit more Axions, but the difficulty is really going to go up. I don't think we took any hits the last time we did this from the fleshy creature. So this is going to be quite an eye-opener when we do take damage here. Carry us through a good portion of this, though. I don't know if we want to fight the boss at New Game Plus, but he'll be worth a lot of Axions if we can indeed kill him. Wow! 10 times the amount of Axions. 375 instead of just 30 from that guy. Okay, so there were 280, not quite 10 times. Still a good amount. These guys will really hurt, though. We can't just tank the hits here. We can make that jump, but I'd like to kill the... Oh! Oh, that scared the hell out of me! It's not supposed to be a horror game. I mean, I mean, it's a horrible world, but it's not. That's not supposed to happen. Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy crap! I had to sit and calm down. That was terrifying. That's not good, though, that they take 2 swings from this sometimes. The accretion storm started, by the way. Alright, so... maybe that makes him a little stronger. Let's go ahead and fight this creature. 5,433 Axions for killing a shepherd. Acceptable. Now, it's a good thing we did what we had done earlier. Oh, hold on, there's an item here. Oh, we can't get that. All right. So, but what I'm talking about is we got the UV light. This lets us see that platform that we otherwise would not see. It is still there, even if we didn't have the light module. Decrepit Warrior Shield is what we got. Or decrepit. Alright, let's get that thing that was across the bridge. And we can check this door too, though I think this area is locked off to us at the moment. Ortega Tower access denied. $3,333. Oh, Axion's this guy. We haven't seen this before. This is not our doppelganger, but it certainly looks like us. We're on New Game Plus mode, Tim. He's gonna kill you so easily. I hate that friend added to the fight. And he vanishes. He teleported, as you may be able to see, all the way over there. He does not allow himself to be killed. We cannot kill him, actually, here. At least not to my knowledge. Okay, let's level. I said load. It's boring. But we'll level load. Feels like the same speed at the moment. I think we'll alternate load and foresight. So foresight will be next for us. That thing only shows up during the accretion storms here in the Akari walkways. I wish we had more unique monsters or more demons showing up during this time, but unfortunately it's like maybe one or two creatures at most. And even then, this area is the only one I'm aware that has something unique like that. Okay, that was a good test. I was not sure if the 2-hit combo would stun him. It doesn't. It does not, so that's super awkward. That's a lot of the power of this weapon taken if I can't stagger an enemy. It means we're kind of forced to use, well, obviously only single strikes. Wow. Took half our hit points there from that little fight. I think we can handle this zone at this difficulty, though. I just can't be sloppy or lazy when it comes to the battles. No, please. Running away. Never mind. Maybe we should set this back to normal difficulty mode. Yes, we should. Yeah, this is way too tough. This weapon is bad against them if I can't stun them. Let's get our Axions back and forget it. This is not worth it. We will die too many times. That's a shame, Tim. If it could stagger them, this would be doable, but we can't stagger them, so no, this is no good. Definitely makes the little ones easier to kill and worth killing. But the demons are going to be just too strong. It's the time it takes to withdraw the weapon after you swing and hit with it. Because I can't cancel. I can't jump away once I've done this. That's that guy again. Can't kill him. I think once you do defeat him, he's gone. I don't think you have to worry about him again. You might be able to actually... Maybe you can kill him if you chase him down, but getting through all these enemies at this difficulty setting to get back to where he... Or not get back, but to reach where he has teleported to will just take too long. We'll do no damage effectively with our demon cannon, that's for sure. Did we die? We did not. It's aware of us, though, so it's going to give chase. I thought we fell off the ledge there. And I'm going to save my thoughts, viewer. This does not bode well for New Game Plus using this weapon if it can't stagger enemies. That's really bad. Like, why would I use this weapon then? I would much rather have a much quicker weapon that lets me, well, keep them stunned. And of course I miss, of course I do. Oh, that was an accretion storm area we could have, an arena we could have done. Though I doubt we would have won with it with in New Game Plus mode. Whenever I see signs like that, I always think that it is some sort of like shopping area around here. So maybe this is where the shopping was, and that, because I'm thinking it's like residential areas, but no, this must be the shopping area for this. I'm assuming there's shopping here. Maybe there isn't. We can't kill that guy. We have no way of effectively reaching him, and our demon cannon will not do the, I don't think it will do the damage we need. Does not. Okay, viewer, we are setting the difficulty back to normal. This is too tough. We are not the level we need to be for this. I feel like we need to be level 100 to do New Game Plus effectively. We'll have the stats at that point to probably do it without too much trouble, but not at this point. We're half of what we need to be. Thankfully, we have the means of resetting the world because we have a single fearful effigy. This does mean that now I can't farm the giant creature back in the Port Isidune. Because I can't reset the world back to this difficulty. Alright, we'll level ourselves again and keep exploring a little bit longer. It didn't improve the damage here at all. I don't think our Daemon Cannon's damage improved either. It's still 15 induction. We can make our way back to where we more or less just were. was some way to make this swing faster. That would be so useful. But I don't think there is. Come on, we need a little more energy. Sorry about this, viewer. I really thought we could handle it. I still can't actually kill this thing. The spike is more accurate. But these guys are resistant to induction. There is a walkway down there. Another mine vessel. Okay, FM. We'll plug him in next episode. Or her in. It in. I thought there was something behind me. Thank you. Grabbing another coin. Let's give it a vote to Benzo. Thank you, Benzo. Another reflex melee conductor and another breach. Daemon robe. Looks pretty cool. I think it's leg gear, isn't it? It is. I like it. And it weighs the same amount. No, it weighs the same amount as the ancient warrior boots. Huh. Rather heavy then. Oh, was there anything else here? Let's look around with our UV light. I don't think there's a way to get across that from this side. Not at this moment. There is a way to extend that bridge, but we have to be on the other side to do it. Nothing invisible. Can we make this jump? I think so, but barely. Let's try. Oh, what's the jump button, Tim? I forgot jump button mid-run. Okay, we can do it. A charged prism, another crafting component, and a hand to let us know there's a, or I thought there would be. A door. Yeah, I thought there was a door. Oh, you know what? There is a door, but not from this side. Can we make that jump? I think we'll play it safe. This is a good breach to synchronize as well. when you have the bridge extended. It makes accessing a few other areas easier, and there is a gate near this. I'm sorry, a black hole accessible area. Why was this area sealed off? Looks like a little bar area here. You come in here, you check on your stocks, your portfolio through one of these strange computers. You get something to drink while you're here, I'm guessing. A restored heat shield. Not something we plan on using. Looks like a secret here. We could probably risk going down. If we just die, we don't have too many Axions. It's a long walk, though. Have to be a little careful. There is an invisible wall that knocks us off, but I don't think there'll be one. Above us. Nothing here. Looks like there's a platform below, though, so or rather on the same, like that one. So we'll try jumping down there. Falling will work. We can make that jump. It's tricky. We gotta jump right at the ledge, but we can make it. We're not too far from this. I'd rather make the attempt now, so let's go ahead and do it. Okay, and there was nothing. That sucks. Now we gotta get back. You always clench doing some of these jumps. Now, this is why, or one of the reasons why, perhaps, the Lotaeri walkways is a little tougher than the San District. Because I think there's an enemy over here. Well, I guess we won't be mysterious. I think there's a displacer beast here. And considering that you can access this place right after you kill one of them, that's a bit of a mean thing to do to a player. But it's not as strong as the boss version was. I'm not using this in the proper configuration. That needs to be the shotgun blast. You're a red version. You're not a green version. Program D, so that would hint that there is a C that we did not find. We'll give it a listen to in the next episode. battle up ahead. Yes, there is. Yep, Displacer Beast. The Ministry credentials approved. Suspicious conversation recorded. Play? Yes. Playing. Depravity. You think we live in a prudish society? You don't want to know the things they're doing behind closed doors. It can't be as good as bad as what they're doing in front of everybody if what we had been told by the mind vessel is true. Just killing people out in the open. Right? That's the impression I get. Oh, the Hedron of Light is here. That would be very thematic for us to use it, given how we seem to be looking like a paladin of some sort. It is a catalyst, if I recall correctly. We need 10 foresight to use it. It deals light or holy damage, effectively. I guess we are leveling foresight every other level. Which is going to make this a bit painful, because as you can see, we're not gaining many axions at the moment. No reason not to heal. And it feels like we've been playing for about an hour. So we'll go to the... we can just run to the other one. We'll run to the other breach and we'll call the session. Despite the fact this weapon doesn't stagger enemies, I do still really like the column. Or at least it doesn't stagger them in New Game Plus. Maybe we need to do even more damage? There is no stagger module, to my knowledge. I'll have to look up this stuff online. Despite some of my complaints, by the way, though, viewer, I still very much enjoy this game. I think it's a great game. I really like it. Well, it's got that same amount of, people call it jank. I don't know quite what to call it. But that certain thing that feels like that Dark Souls had, the first one, that makes it really enjoyable to play. It feels good to wield the weapons in here, once again. It sounds good, I like the graphics, gameplay's fun. Maybe even if it's just new, if you don't play New Game Plus, but it's, maybe that's a bit more unbalanced or difficult. Obviously it's more difficult. But I still like this, so forgive my small complaints or quips. Alright. Anyway, guys, we're going to stop here. Thank you for watching, and maybe I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.